Impact Wrestling presents Under Siege, live May 26th on Impact Plus and Fight.
Trinity has certainly stirred things up in the Knockouts division. Remember, she has an open contract out for a match to happen at Under Siege.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Kenny King!
Meanwhile, I was dreading this.
Oh, come what? We're about to be joined by the KI. I mean, you get to sit next to a king every week, but now the man himself, the KING King, gets a chance.
Make an impact on your performance and well-being with the best-selling Test Booster, Test X9 from Legacy Sports Nutrition. Go to LegacySubs.com and use the code IMPACT for 20% and level up with Legacy.
My man, that's what we're doing. It's an honor, baby. We got to deal with him for today. I know. Please join us. King to a king, baby.
Thank you. That's the kind of reception
That's
I appreciate from royalty.
Baby.
Kenny, thank you for joining us, and I want to apologize for what happened a few weeks ago on BTI.
Yeah, Tom.
Thank you.
Yeah, Tom.
The following contest is set for one fall. Introducing first, from Kingsland, England, Nick Aldis!
The man who made his return to Impact Wrestling at Rebellion Live in Toronto. This is his first match in 6 years on Impact Wrestling TV.
I mean, a very exciting time. Happy to have Nick Aldis back, but I think it was that, if I am correct, Kenny, it was his hand had been over flapping his gums, like everyone seems to be doing about Nick Aldis, that got to you. Am I right?
You know, the whole thing was that he did it while I was in the ring.
You were out there.
I was in the ring.
And it was no disrespect to you, Kenny. We were just revisiting the headlines of what was happening at Rebellion.
The headline is Kenny King is in the ring.
His opponent from Ottawa, Canada, Sheldon Jean!
One of the headlines that came out of Sheldon Jean's attempt to capture the Digital Media Championship a few weeks ago is that he broke the nose of Joe Hendry. So Aldis is going to have his hands full. But Kenny, I'm curious, what are your real motives for dealing with Sheldon Jean?
Well, I don't know why you would say real motives.
Right?
So there would be
motives.
some kind of ulterior or under the surface thing. I mean, Sheldon Jean, look at this kid, man. He's got some potential. You know what I mean? He's got some swag. I kind of like what he's got going on. So, you know, what I do is I help people out. I've got a history of helping people out. I've helped out one of our World Tag Team Champions, Chris Bay, has only approved under my tutelage. So why wouldn't I do the same thing for Sheldon Jean?
The man is a giver. The man is a giver, and we can't fault him for that.
Whoa, and look at Sheldon Jean right
yeah,
out
you
of the
better
gate.
watch out, Nick Aldis.
Go after Nick Aldis, and listen, this will be a huge win for Jean if he can knock off the National Treasure. Here's a cover and a kick out.
Right, you know, somebody's got
Other
so much
cover.
potential here. Yeah, Aldis, cover after cover after cover.
Jean tried to surprise Aldis, so Aldis threw it right back on him. That is very smart competition. So, Kenny, I got to ask, what is your opinion of Nick Aldis altogether?
I mean, listen, let's just go over the obvious facts, right? The guy is a multiple-time world champion, multiple places over, right? He's a big guy. He's a specimen. But to be honest, I just don't think Nick Aldis is all that.
Ooh.
At all.
Good, fair play. Fair play.
Yeah. You just look at he's just taking advantage. See, not everybody just gets a silver spoon stuck in the mouth. What you looking at, bro? What you looking at, man? You might want to pay attention. This is what it means to work your way up, Nick.
Up on the shoulders now, and Aldis trying to control Sheldon Jean.
Whoa.
Sheldon Jean goes to the eyes of Aldis. Oh, now, Jean, look at this.
Look at
Over the post.
Okay,
Oh, my
kid.
God.
Okay, kid. That's how you do it.
It looks like maybe a little bit of the mentorship of Kenny King already paying off for Sheldon Jean.
I just think that this kid has got a good eye.
Oh, leg lariat by Jean. Is this enough to knock out the former Impact World Champion in a kick out?
This is what I mean by let's make this man work. Let's not just hand him the keys to the castle, not to roll the red carpet out for him, Scott D'Amore. Let's make Nick Aldis prove that he's really here to work in Impact Wrestling.
And Jean using the middle rope to his advantage right to the throat of Nick Aldis. And listen, Aldis has been on the record Kenny, that he is willing to earn his way to an Impact World title shot. He actually challenged you to go one-on-one, and you said no. Why not?
You know why? Because just like I said to him, the Impact World title is something that you have to step up to, that you have to work and prove that you're worthy of. And so is a match with Kenny King.
Yes.
Now Gene trying to quicken the pace, and he's tracked down by Aldis.
It's called knowing your worth in this business. That is so important.
Absolutely, absolutely. This kid's got to know his worth, and he can step up here and knock Nick Aldis off this pedestal that everybody seems to want to put him on.
Oh, now Gene hit with a Michinoku driver. Here's the cover and a kick out.
All right.
All right, good wherewithal, good resilience there from Sheldon Gene kicking out of that very impressive Michinoku driver.
Textbook, even.
Yeah.
And now Aldis is going up top here with Sheldon Gene down. And Gene rushes at the National Treasure.
Good aggression there. I mean, I can only imagine. We've always talked about the potential so much of Sheldon Gene week in and week out. Imagine with Kenny King just giving him that extra little push.
Well, I just think that every good ship needs a good steer, right? Needs a good captain. Oh.
If you had someone like you doing that for you at your early on in your career, you would have been even better than you already are.
Light years, definitely.
Oh, drop by Aldis.
Yeah, I don't know what you're looking at me for.
Yeah, pay attention what's happening in the ring.
And an example here for you, Kenny King, looking to set it off. The King's Cloverleaf. Sheldon Gene caught up.
Locked in.
There he is.
Nick Aldis wins.
Here's your winner, Nick Aldis.
So, Kenny, what are you thinking Nick Aldis now?
Again, I will give the guy his props. He's a big, impressive athlete. You know what? But Sheldon Gene is no Kenny King. He's proved himself a little bit here today, but let's see what he can do if I decide to step in the ring with Nick Aldis. If I decide to show Nick Aldis what a king is really all about.
That's if Nick Aldis earns that opportunity to meet the king. Am I right?
Yeah, that's a big if. That's a big if, man.
Yeah,
I like you out here, bro.
I know what it
You
is.
do such an excellent job.
I do what I can.
In his first match back on Impact Wrestling Television in 6 years, Nick Aldis proves why he could be right in the thick of the Impact World title race.